FilmCrazyAdam, back for the second of the two movies for this double feature Thursday. I am about to go see, well, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, what can I say? As a child of the 80s, there were a couple shows that you had to watch. As a boy, there were a couple shows you had to watch by law. There were some shows that girls had to watch by law, like Gem and Rainbow Bright, My Little Pony. Oh, how the times have changed. My Little Pony. But as a boy, there was G.I. Joe, Mask, if you know what that is, Thundercats, He-Man the Master of the Universe, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I think when that show came out, pizza places, oh man, they made so much money because kids, they want pizza. They love pizza. If you don't like pizza, you're wrong. But as a kid, you emulate what you watch. You emulate what you love. And you love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were so cool. They were fun. They were awesome. They said cowabunga. That was, oh man, so many kids would say that. So many of me and my friends said that. So many kids in my school said that. And pizza day was every Friday. Rest of the week, we had like hot lunches. Like stuffed shells on Monday, sloppy joe on Tuesday, macaroni and cheese on Wednesday. Friday, always pizza day. Where am I going with this? Anyway, so I'm going to go see this new 2014 produced by Michael Bay version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, because it's produced by Michael Bay. Alright, actually, you know what? Michael Bay is a pretty good producer. As long as he doesn't do the directing. The movie might be alright. Like, he produced a lot of the remake horror movies. The remake of Friday the 13th. All those Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Those movies, while not great, they're not really super terrible. Like, they've got good production value, and they're well produced. So he's a good producer. I don't think he's great as a director. That being said, you know, the character design of these turtles is really weird. Really, really weird. That might be my biggest hurdle. That or Megan Fox, because I don't think she's that great of an actress. So, I'm going into this conflicted. Like, I love it because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's part of my childhood, and I love them. No matter how goofy and silly they were, I love those guys. They're never going to die. Never going to go away. Right here. But the trailers and the character design, I'm not feeling it. So, I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst. I really want this to be good, because this is a childhood memory. Michael Bay did a pretty good job of messing up Transformers for my childhood, but this, like I said, is something right there. It's special. So, I'm hoping it's alright. So, let me get going. I know that's not a lot going into it. All you need to know is that I'm hoping for the best. You know, I want it to be great. I'm going to go see it. Talk to you guys in a bit. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm still conflicted. I said that, right, when I left? I think I said I was conflicted. Well, I'm still kind of conflicted on this one. As a reviewer, I need to review this movie and be fair about it. You know, I gotta... But at the same time, is this confusing to you guys? Alright, let me go on record as saying I liked it. Yeah, I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna do it. I'm saying it. I'm going on record. I enjoyed this movie. I liked it. I am going to buy this when it comes out on DVD. Hell, I have the 2005-2006 one, which I thought was fantastic. I don't know why that movie bombed as hard as it did. The CGI one, that was really good. Like, that was the most serious version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles you will ever see. Ever. Where, I'll argue that they've grown out of being teenagers at that point. You know, they're, like, adults. That movie, the 2005 TMNT movie, that movie was actually really, really good. I don't know why people hated it so much. That being said, I don't understand what people are expecting when they go into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Because I'm not going to backpedal on this. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I will get it when it comes out on DVD. A lot of people are not happy about this movie. They took liberties. A lot of liberties. See, as a reviewer, I gotta say that this movie was terrible. Alright? I know it's weird. Because... No, I can't say it's terrible because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were never one to really follow the laws of physics. Not really. They kind of ran on their own physics. Not to say that they could just fly away, but there's a lot of leniency with, like, gravity and science. I mean, let's be honest, they're 6 foot tall, mutated, talking reptiles that know karate. So, that's your setup. That they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's all in the name. They're teenagers, they're mutants, they're ninjas, they're turtles. It's all there. What are you expecting going into this movie? I'm expecting a childish, silly, kind of fun ride. Hopefully not too silly where I just go, this is ridiculous, this is stupid, and walk out. I didn't get that. Now, let's break down these characters, these turtles. These turtles, I think people are always mad that they're not, you know, they're like, why do they act so juvenile? Because they're teenagers. You've got 4 characters. You've got the goofball. You've got the takes himself too serious, brooding, angry guy. You've got the nerd, and then you've got the leader. You know, the team captain. Right there, teenagers. I mean, there's plenty of adults like that, but I mean, like right there, those 4 traits encompass the different types of teenagers. Like when I was growing up, those are the types of teenagers that I grew up with. There were the nerds, the sports guy, the team captain, the brooding, angry one, and the goofball. I was the goofball, and sometimes the nerd. So, like, you know, when people get mad, like, why are they acting so juvenile? Because they are. They're not old enough to drive yet. Number 1. Number 2, they're ninjas. Number 3, they're turtles. Ninja Turtles. Just, if that was just the name right there. Ninja Turtles. Not even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles. What on earth are you expecting from this movie? It's called Ninja Turtles. People say I've got really high, I've got really high standards for movies. Like, I expect too much out of a movie. This is one of those situations where I'm like, what are you expecting? I mean, are you expecting Hamlet out of this? Are you expecting Romeo and Juliet? Because you're not. You're not going to get it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that love pizza and live in the sewers in New York. Come on. Come on. What? So, with that in mind, I don't understand what where people's expectations are when they go into this movie. Like, oh, that was terrible. You know, could you believe it? They were jumping around and being goofy, and you know, they didn't take themselves seriously, and they're saying cowabunga, and he's on a skateboard, and the one is like super insanely smart and invents just random stuff. Yeah, that's who they are. Stop being mad at them for who they are. Stop. Alright, let me give a food analogy. I love food analogies. It'd be like going to a pizza place and then asking for, I want the pizza. And then when they give it to you, you get mad at them because, wait, why did you give me this dough with tomato sauce and cheese on it? Why? That's what it is! That's what you asked for. You're mad at the pizza for being a pizza. wait, why is there cheese on this? And red sauce. And is that dough? Is it made? Did you cook this? Why? You're mad at it for being what it is. Stop it. God. Go back and watch the original cartoons, and you'll see that this movie is actually a lot more high class. Well, not high class, but more serious. This movie takes itself way more seriously than the cartoons. Or the original 3 movies. So, I mean, like, what do you make? What's wrong with you people? Stop being angry at things for being exactly what they're supposed to be. I'm raging on this. No, I'm not raging. I'm just annoyed. Because I finished watching the movie in the theater. I walked down, and, you know, the credits are rolling, and so I walk down the stairs, and I stand by the exit, and I just so that I'm out of the way of people walking down the aisle, and I can leave as soon as it's over. And 3 other guys came down. One guy was wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, and they were talking about it. And then after I left the theater, there were like 3 guys talking outside. And they were just kind of ripping on the movie, like, God, this is a piece of crap. Can't believe it. You know, why did the characters do this? Why did they do that? It made no sense. It was so stupid. It was not the original. I'll agree with that. There were a lot of different things from the original, but it was still a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Like, one reason why I said before, like, it was a terrible movie, because if I got to judge this based on, you know, I got to judge it based on what it is. Okay, I'm going to take that back. It wasn't a terrible movie, unless you don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you don't like it, it's a terrible movie, because you think they're terrible. For a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, there were some scenes that were a little over the top, but for the most part, this was that. This was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. There were some things that I called into question, like the Shredder, whereas in the original comics and cartoon, he's a dude with in a costume with some blades on it. In this, he's the Shredder, but it's not just an outfit with some blades here and there. It's an exosuit. It's a robotic exoskeleton. He's wearing a power suit, basically. And he's got like a billion, like, or not a billion, but he's got like 10 giant swords on each hand that he can shoot and then call back. And, oh god, I was about to make a 1990s cartoon reference. Like Jasmine's shurikens from Conan the Adventurer. That's a reference and a half right there. But no, basically he can, I don't know, they didn't explain it. I thought they were using magnets, because he can shoot these swords out and then pull them back. But like, they're not on wires, they just fly back. And I'm like, are they magnetic? Because then why isn't the building and like the metal structure that they're embedding into flying back as well? Like, I don't understand what was going on there, but you know, then there was that scene. I do a lot of driving a truck, as many of you know. I don't know any mountains like those. Any snowy-capped mountains like those anywhere near New York. Hell, I don't even know if there's snow-capped mountains like that anywhere in New York State, let alone within driving distance of New York City, because they're literally like, there's this epic scene where they're in a tractor trailer going down a mountain. Tractor trailer goes off the edge of the road, and it starts going down this mountain, and it's just ridiculous. It is insane. It is retarded. It is awesome. And I think I've said this before, that a movie doesn't have to be good to be awesome. Like, this was awesome. Doesn't mean it was good. So, that was just redunculous. It's entire going down. And they're going downhill at like 40, 50 miles an hour for like 10 minutes. I mean, how fucking big is this mountain? God. Ugh. And the truck never hits an outcropping of rocks and gets stuck anywhere. It just keeps going down. It never slows down. That was insane. I gotta go back and watch that movie just for that scene. That was fun. It was stupid. It was ridiculous. It was awesome. So I can roll with that. I'm like, well, that's asinine. And that's where, like, the reviewer of me comes in. I gotta look at that scene and be like, that's kind of asinine. It is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, so asinine is kind of what they do. So, you rolled with it. In the context of the movie, I think it's acceptable to roll with that. What else? They did change a lot, though. Like I said, the Shredder, they really changed his character a bit. He's still the head of the Foot Clan. He's still the main guy that, you know, is against the Turtles. But now he's a robot samurai, basically. I can roll with that. The Turtles themselves are all mutated. They're all made from science. Whereas in the cartoons and the comics and the movies, it's by accident. There's a canister of ooze that cracks open, they get into it, and they mutate. Here, they're mutated in a lab with science. Still using ooze, which I think they said came from outer space, which I was like, what? Though I don't remember if they ever actually explained where the ooze came from in the original. Huh. So I guess that's not a big stretch that it came from outer space and it mutates things. But, so they were made in a lab with science. And not only that, here's the thing where I was like, oh, come on. Is that April O'Neil, their human friend, knows who they are. Not only that, but Splinter knows who she is. And recognizes her because her dad worked in the lab and she would, like, visit her dad in the lab. And, you know, play with the turtles and stuff. So, you know, it's not too much of a stretch. I mean, they're still made out of ooze. They're still ninjas. Anyway, let's talk about April O'Neil, the character played by Megan Fox. I was right to be afraid of that. I was like, oh, she's not going to be a great actress. She's terrible. She is. She was not good in this movie. She was so wooden. I did not care for her one bit in this movie. They should have gotten someone else. I'm sorry, I do not think she's that great of an actress. I really don't. She has, like, no inflection. She has one tone of voice, for the most part. Yeah. Did not care for her one bit. Not at all. She was annoying, actually. Yeah, as a reviewer, as an honest-to-goodness reviewer, this movie is a prime candidate for I Heard That Movie Sucks, where I can just tear it apart. It was... I liked it. Okay? I liked it. I wanted to like it. I wanted this movie to be alright, and it was. The Turtles, they acted like their characters. Leonardo's still the leader. Donatello's still the nerd, inventor. Raphael is still the one with issues and anger management problems. Mikey is still the goofball. They still love pizza. They changed some things around, like Vern. The character of Vern in this movie is April O'Neil's cameraman and has a crush on her, as opposed to the comics and cartoon, where he was her primary competition at the news station. Like, she was always trying to get good stories, and he would always kind of, like, sneak in and grab them. Or he would, like... They were always vying for, like, the top position on the news, and they were in competition. Here, he's crushing on her, and is just her cameraman. So, but, like, not a huge deal breaker. It's such a minor thing. Again, only fans of the show would know that. I'm running out of steam here. I guess, as a reviewer, if you are looking for Hamlet, if you're looking for Citizen Kane, this is not it. This was silly, this was goofy, this was asinine, this was so over the top. And many people will make the argument that enough of it was changed, that it was bastardized. And I make I complain about that a lot. In a lot of movies. I'm like, they changed everything. Like, Man of Steel. F that movie. they changed so much about Superman. Here's my problem with Superman, with Man of Steel, is that they took away a lot and then replaced it with new things. Like, they took away the Fortress of Solitude. They took away the fact that his mom made the suit, or that he made the suit. They took away... they took away that his dad was proud of him. And instead, they replaced it. And they took away the fact that Lois doesn't know who Superman is. And they took away the fact that that he was Superman before he was Clark Kent, if that makes sense. Like, and then they replaced it with, oh, there's a ship that is sitting under the ice that he can fly. They replaced it with, and here's your suit. They replaced it with him being so not confident. So they took things out of the movie and then replaced it with new stuff. With this movie, this is why I'm okay with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is that they didn't take out all that much. They definitely added to it, but they didn't take from it. They're still turtles. Teenagers. Mutants. Love pizza. Were trained by Splinter. Splinter's their father. Were created by Ooze. Fight the Shredder. Fight the Foot Clan. Live in New York. You know, defeat the Shredder and the Foot Clan. There are things, like, this is what they do. Donnie's an inventor. Mikey's a party guy. Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is crude but cool. Michelangelo is a party dude. They kept all that. They added new things. Like, they made Shredder, like, he was still Shredder. He still had blades, but now he was like, part of him was, it was an exosuit. You know, it was a mechanical, upgraded power suit exoskeleton. I can roll with that. I can totally roll with that. April O'Neil is kind of a background character as it is, so, like, what little changes they did to her, I didn't really care. And again, because it was Megan Fox, I cared even less. I felt like, it's such a shame that they cast her as anything. They should have cast anybody else as April O'Neil. Anyway, that's kind of where I stand. Like, again, I'm going to summarize, reiterate, and then get the heck out. That I love this movie. Well, not love. I like this movie. I'm going to get it on DVD. I really enjoyed it. I think that a lot of people from the 80s who grew up watching those cartoons will watch this movie and they'll enjoy it. If they can get past the character design of the Turtles. And even I'm like, they're kind of hard to look at. They're not really appealing to the eye. Oh, wait. I got to talk about one technical aspect about this movie. Is I hated the cinematography. God. The camera doesn't stop moving. It's coming at weird angles, and it's constantly moving, like circling, and nothing stops moving. So, God, I hated that. In a lot of cases, it was distracting. Like, people argue that in the Transformers movie, when they brawl and do a melee fight, and they're punching each other in the face, it's so hard to see them. And I even made this argument back in the Transformers 4 review, that, like, it's easy to see people, you know, humans fight, because it's solid. You know, it's not multiple hundreds of thousands of little metal parts. Here, it was so, I mean, I think part of it was the lighting that they would use, the CG lighting and the actual lighting. Like, there was a fair amount of just dark fight scenes. That and the fact that, the camera doesn't stop moving and is doing weird angle things. Like, I didn't like it. Did not care for that one bit. But so, again, if you're a fan of the cartoons, I think you'll like this movie if you can get past some of the other stuff. For somebody looking for a serious movie, what are you going to see? Why are you going to see a movie called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the first place? What is wrong with you, and what the hell are you expecting out of this? So for serious moviegoers, somebody who wants serious stuff, you're not going to like this movie. You're going to hate this movie. You're going to make fun of this movie. You're going to ridicule this movie. Don't go see it. Just don't go see it. This is the only people who are going to like this are fans of this movie. Nobody is going to go into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, for the very first time and like it. That's not true. There's got to be like 5 people who will, but I doubt it. Very few people are going to go in for the first time have never seen any of these shows or cartoons or movies before, and are going to be like, I really enjoyed that. I think it's really astronomically small. So yeah. If you're a fan of the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think there's a fair chance you'll like this movie. Again, only the fans of this will like it. So that's where this movie is. I liked it. It's kind of crazy and zany and, like, you know, gives physics the middle finger. But it was a fun ride. It was an awesome cowabunga ride. Anyway, I gotta get going and pack so I can leave for this convention tomorrow. It's getting a little late. I'll have a new episode of Life with Ponies out by the end of this weekend. I'm Film Crazy Adam. I'm out.